Hello everyone! Today I'm really excited to be sharing with you one of my happy places that I go to, which is my art supply store. So here I am, I'm heading over to my favorite art supply store named OPUS, and I want to show you around and see what we'll pick up today. So here we are, there's OPUS right there across the street. It's a local art store with many branches throughout Vancouver. They are owned locally, but they are connected globally. So let's head on in and I'll show you what's around. So to start off, they have some locations that are very convenient, located close to SkyTrain station, but this one I'm getting to in Coquitlam has very conveniently customer parking, which is really helpful. And you can see here they take precautions seriously, so masks are mandatory right now. So as I head on in, look, shop locally, support local. So we'll just take a quick browse around the store. They have a lot of very helpful staff that's very enthusiastic about art as well, and I find that they're very knowledgeable and very keen to learn about art as well. So that's another plus I enjoy when coming to this OPUS art store. You can see they have quite a bit of art supplies that they've squeezed into this space. Looks like the holidays coming around. As I'm heading into the store, I already see that's a lot of posters and cool supplies that I haven't really thought of shopping for, but I always end up looking at things that I never. Ooh, look, Lamy pens. I love the colors. Very holiday appropriate. Probably great for Christmas gifts. And let's see what else they have here. Some cool palettes. Ooh, okay. I always get distracted by what's in the front, but there is so much more inside. It's never a quick 5-minute visit. And here they have their front display of some calligraphy supplies. Look at that. That looks really classy. And there's a set here. It looks like it will be a really great Christmas gift for someone who's starting out or just really value calligraphy and appreciate the beauty of it. And they have some pens here for you to practice and try out some of their art supplies. They usually switch that around every now and then so you can try out their different art supplies. And here you can see they have some gouache and acrylics. I really like this brand as well for Liquitex. They have a lot of different colors to choose from. And they have bigger jars as well if you use large supplies of certain colors. And here are some of the favorite brushes that I use. I pick up the Allegro brushes for my watercolor, but lately I've been leaning towards this Galliano brushes as well. I love the round brushes. The ends are really soft. And I like the short handle as well. It's easier for me to maneuver. Let's see, there's a lot of brushes here. But this one is my go-to brush, my Galliano brushes right now. I usually pick up one that is a bit bigger, and then I prefer the round compared to the flat. But I can see why people would prefer the flat as well. I like the round because it has a fine tip, and if I push harder, I can get more depth and thickness from it. This is a very tiny brush, but I usually have at least one of these to draw in the details for a lot of my artwork. Okay, enough brushes. Let's head on and check out other stuff. Look, acrylic, oil, and watercolor brushes. You can spend so much time just looking at brushes. And here you can see they have more Da Vinci brushes. And there's a section on acrylics, Golden, which is one of my favorite brands to use. Look at the selection of colors. And here is the set that I got when I started, just the basic color sets, and it actually lasted a while, so goodbye there. And there's some really good fluorescent colors that I've never tried, but look at those pretty palettes. Wow, so many colors. White. This particular white, which is a titanium white, is sold out right now, but this is my favorite white. I go through a lot of it, so a lot of times instead of getting the small one, I'll just get a big tub like this. Let's see here, what else can I show you? Some of the inks here. Oh look, they have some mini pads from Stonehenge, so you can try out some of their artist pad collection without diving too deep into your wallet. But there's some good sample packs here if you want to try out some of their cold press or other types of paper. Look, cute whale! I'm such a sucker for little brush things and adorable trinkets. See now. Oh, look at these petite journals. Very reasonably priced too. Aren't these cute? Ah, and jelly pens. Oh no, these are not jelly pens, but they are gel pens. Next is my favorite section, which is the Holbein acrylic gouache, which is my favorite type of gouache that I use for most of my paintings. You can see the colors or prices are listed there. I started off with this generic primary color with 5 colors, but you can see all the colors you can make with those 5 colors. Very good buy if you're trying out gouache for the first time. So I would recommend that. But there are so many colors to choose from. Look at this opera color. Oh my gosh, these pinks are so pretty. And there's all these beige and greens. Okay, check out this pale peach. But usually I use a more flesh color. Oh, this is a light apricot. That's not flesh. Anyways, that was probably misplaced. But there are a lot of really nice colors. This is one ice green. I use that a lot as well. And then those are the primary colors that come with the set here. So if you run out of one particular color, you can always pick it up here as well. But it's a great place to start if you're trying out gouache for the first time. This primary cyan is really nice too. But I must say by far I go through the primary white the most. So gotta get some big tubes of that. But there's some fluorescent colors and also some gold and silver, which I haven't tried yet, but I am interested. Look at these ash colors. See, this is why I love coming to art stores, even just to look at paint colors. Okay, I think I should move on. I've been looking at colors for too long just in this one section, but you can see why you can spend so long at an art store just looking at one particular medium. But you guys are probably curious about other areas, so I should probably move on. So next you can see they have their lighting material that's currently on sale as well. And look at all these different types of masking tapes you can use as well for painting. And then they have some of these OPUS brand wood panels, these cradle panels. They're exhibition wood panels, so they're a bit thicker, but like I think it's really cool to kind of paint on something different rather than just canvas all the time. Look at these 6x6 inch ones, they're so cute. I would like to paint more on those in the future. Okay, where should I check out next? So this is a mixed media paper from Strathmore that I use very often. It is 300 grams per meter square, so 184 pounds. So it's a bit thicker. I like how thick it is, but they also have these tone blue mixed media paper that I pick up as well for doing some of my artwork. You can see that they're pretty thick. They look more grayish than tone blue, but I do like this type of paper as well. This one I haven't tried yet, from Winsor and Newton for mixed media paper, but look at how thick this paper is. feels like it's really good material too. Who else loves touching and smelling paper? I hope I'm not the only one who does that at the art store. I see this is my current paper that I use very often, the Stonehenge Aqua Hot Press. I really like the hot press one in blocks. It's very convenient for me to paint and just stop and go and do that. There's also this brand fluid watercolor paper. This is a cold press finish. That's 6 by 8 inch. That's also an art block, so you don't have to tape down your paper. And this is very travel friendly, and you can paint outside with it as well. There's also the arches and some of the other typical ones that you probably see very often. But arches paper is really nice as well. So I have some of this at home. But I would say I go for the Stonehenge very often. The 7x7 is around $17.20. And then they have the larger size as well for $29 in Canadian for 10 by 14 inches. And then they have lots of sketchbooks and rows of paper. I use these sketchbooks normally as well. There's these hardbound ones that are 8.5 by 11. And they're only around $11.90 Canadian, which is not bad. They have this one that's around $24. That's fine. Not their specific OPUS brand, so it's a little bit more expensive, but the material is probably I can't speak to the material, to be honest. I haven't used the non-OPUS brand ones before. They also have some portfolios that are archival, and they're very good for kind of storing some of your artwork, especially if you plan on showcasing them and bringing them around. And of course they have the larger size ones, which are the ones that I use as well. And for 11 by 14 size, it's around $76 or so. So those are all the prices there. Next, I go to some of my pencil crayons. There's oil pencils, there's wax-based pencils, there's many different types of pencils. They're around $2.50 for one. This one is by Prismacolor, and the white color I like very much for blending. But most of my colors actually came from Faber-Castell, which is around $2.80 for one color pencil. But they have some really creamy colors that work well for blending. Lots of different beautiful colors. And you can see they have some paper here that I can sample. You can see lighter brushes, darker brushes. You get quite variation in color just with one particular oil pencil. So I would recommend this brand as well. So this is watercolor pencil. I haven't really used these yet. Next are markers. There's these dual brush from Tombow that you can pick up. I haven't used these yet, but I feel like it's a very deep rabbit hole for markers. But I do use these Pigma calligraphy, I guess, pen or fine liner pens. So these microns are my go-to a lot of times for signing and doing small details. And then I use the jelly roll pens quite a bit. You get the prices there. I generally use the white a lot on top of my gouache, and these are archival and made in Japan. They come in many different thicknesses, and you can see they have some fluorescent colors and metallic colors as well. You can have some paper there and try out some of the colors. I'm sorry if this is very dizzy to look at, but look at this, it's so pretty. So they also have some mixed media art boards that are more heavy duty, that it's great for outdoor painting. You can see it's like one big block, but it's pretty thick. There, you see that? It's pretty substantial. So they also have artist tiles in different sizes that are pre-cut for you to use. Other watercolor paper that is ready cut in framing sizes, that is very convenient as well. Actually, there's quite a few. And then those are the other watercolor papers. There's a whole aisle dedicated to watercolor paper. I feel like I can spend a whole day here just looking at watercolor paper. Looks like they have some New York City ink. I love the packaging on it. Have not figured out how I'm going to incorporate this in my artwork, but look at how pretty that color is. And then there's the hardbound and some paperback sketchbook is $5.90 for a pack of 8.5 by 11. There's 3 of them. I find these very helpful notebooks and I love using them as well. And then they have the wire bound, which is very helpful for laying flat. These essential notebooks are very helpful when you're trying to do concept sketching as well. And the paper is good quality. So you can see the prices here. Oh, here's the red wire one. It's around $11.90 for the one. And then this must be the other one. And then that's basically it. So I hope you enjoy this video of visiting my favorite art store, OPUS. And if you're ever in the area in Vancouver, there are multiple stores throughout. This is not a sponsored video. I just want to show you my happy place and show you where I pick up my art supplies. And if you're ever in the area, check it out. And thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like more of these videos, please consider like or subscribing or sharing with friends and other artists. Well, that's it for now. Take care.